Hey, it is 20 past 3 in the morning. Welcome to the new vlog. Where are we going?
Rome.
Maybe. Well, so far we have maybe missed the bus, or maybe the bus just didn't show up.
Oh, that seal got that Fredo.
Oh my god, it's coming for us. So we're waiting for another one, so we're probably gonna be there like half an hour later than we expected, but hopefully there's like less queues than we anticipate. It's fine. Realistic vlogging. Traveling with anxiety sucks, and I don't want to put just the good times there, so I'm popping in, but I'll update you on everything later. I'm acclimatizing, but it's lovely and sunny outside. I'm excited. I'm also hopeful I will manage to sleep and stuff, but yeah, as I said, I'll let you know what is up later. And I just wanted to, you know, pop in and say it can be very difficult, which I know you'll relate. We're gone out for a bit and we're gonna try and find some food. We're sort of just like wandering about because we don't know what is what, but boy's hungry, you know. Okay, let's go find food then. Okay, day 2. Hello. We're gonna go and like see a lot of things that you just see by walking places. So the first one is gonna be the fountain Tritone.
Tritone. Tritone. Tritone.
It's so racist.
Yep. It's not, it's the
Tritone. Then I think it's gonna be the...
Cheers, it's 28 degrees.
Feels like it. Villa Medici, I think, and then something De Monte. I can't read what it is. Hold there. Those are the views so far, and it's really warm. I'm just sort of glad that there's a little bit of a breeze. It's the only thing that's keeping me going. I've just Google translated how to say sorry we're British. And we're thinking of just like inputting that into the Google so it says it. I don't know if they can hear anything from the wind, but that's us. That's how much we know.
Siamo britannici.
Scusa.
So, sorry, we're British, but not really. She's actually Lithuanian, but spent most of her time in Scotland, so English is her preferred language. It's a bit long to translate, I think.
I moved when I was 19. So we basically came back after we saw the steps. What are they called? Oh, we should maybe Google that as well, Logan, so we know what we saw. Oh, I don't know where the map is. But yeah, we came back because I couldn't handle the heat because I am a little bitch. We are gonna head out soon in like 30 minutes or so to see the rest of it, because then it's gonna be 7:30, and then maybe I can handle it outside, because it's just my body does not work that way. Plus it makes my anxiety really spike up. And
so I need to demonte.
Yes.
Please.
It's really beautiful. It's stunning here. I just like I can't, and that's it. But
you can't even.
I didn't say that.
I just can't.
I can't because of anxiety. It's different. It's serious. So we're gonna go and we're gonna see. Oh, actually, maybe we can Google now so we know a little bit of a history about it. The first one is Piazza del Popolo. If we're going, no, are we going up there? We are. Which way are we going?
Yeah, we go here, and then. We go
but then
there.
we'll just basically end up walking the same way again.
All right. Well, we can go this way then, and then go up, down, and back. We're gonna go back this way anyway. That's the quick. We have to go this way to get to that.
Okay.
Unless you don't want to see that, we go somewhere else.
Yeah, just kind of like the most out of the way. But let's Google and see if it's worth it or something. But so maybe we might go. This is basically what our hotel gave us because we've done a lot of research ourselves. Anyway, so we've been to those two. Our plan for today was to go here and then go down and see all of this stuff. But we've seen two things. Anyway, so we're hoping to go here. Maybe we'll see if it's worth it, and then obviously you can see like whatever this little thing is on the way there. There's we saw that one. Then we maybe gonna go to Navona one, obviously the Pantheon, the Fountain de Trevi where you're like flip the coins. We might go down here. We'll see what time it is, or if not, then we'll just probably go back our hotel way. But that's the plan for the evening. I've only read the first chapter of the book because then I started feeling really bad on the plane. But I'll speak about the whole first day when I get back home, because I don't want to if I speak now I'll start crying and blah blah blah. I don't want to get myself upset, but I'll let you know after we're back. Kind of a little bit dreading the plane ride, but like I'm trying not to, so it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna take you with me, and we're hoping that by the time we're going to like the fountain and stuff, the actual fountain's gonna be lit up, because it's supposed to. I just don't know if it's gonna be dark, but hopefully, and then we can see it all lit up and fun. So that's that. One weird thing though is this. Why is it packed? It's so weird. Much more manageable now. It's like 25 degrees maybe or something like that. No? Is it still nice for you?
Yeah. It's 30. My phone shit.
No, your phone doesn't update, but like I like this drop, but I hope you don't have to go up.
26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. And no direct sunlight, but also a beautiful sky. You can't probably see it, but trust me. It's closed though because it's nighttime, but it's pretty cool. I like that it's lit up. Took some photos. What was your favorite part so far?
The Pantheon, which is pretty good considering that's where we are right now. So
yeah, I like the fountain as well, but it was way too busy.
oh, actually, no, yeah, Cherry Fountain. Forgot about that. We were literally there 5 minutes ago. That's my favorite.
Okay. We have arrived to the Vatican. I'm already sweating like it's a sauna. We actually dressed as per the dress code, but apparently half of the people here didn't have to, so...
Could wear my crop top.
I actually look legitimately a little bit like a nun in training, like film me. Got abiding citizen here. I mean, I should probably take these off and then it would be more. But anyway, we're gonna go somewhere, we just don't know where yet. I feel like it's a bit cooler. The closer to God you are.
It's the Sistine Chapel up there.
We went to another place first and we sort of sat down there, and they just look like they're having like possibly a very, very bad day, or maybe it's just they're like
maybe they're assholes.
Maybe they are. But they just basically, we sat there without like anything, just like without the menu. First of all, we hovered around for quite a long time. We clearly would like needed some guidance.
2 minutes or something, just hovering about.
Yeah, and then we asked if we can sit and stuff, and they said like, yeah, sit. And then like no one came over, and then at some point the guy came over to ask what we want, and we're like, I was asking could we please have a menu. So he like threw a single like really crappy looking menu.
Crumpled up menu that had been like, soaked with like drinks.
Which is funny because like the actual place, like yeah, one of them, the actual place looked like really nice, and we like kept walking by it because we're not that far from where we stay. At the end he was just like, he was taking our order, but he clearly couldn't be like bothered, so he was just like, kitchen's closed, go inside, because inside it like the buffet thing was, but like if the, well, not a buffet, but like a different
section with meats and things.
But like if the kitchen was closed, he wouldn't have given us that menu. So because I asked for like water as well, so he would just kind of like rolled his eyes, and we're like, let's just go somewhere else. It's like, it's my birthday, let's go somewhere that's a bit nicer. And then we came to this place, which looks like significantly less fancy.
Yeah, we just wandered around the
and
corner.
Like it's so nice, like guys, actually really nice here. So we're having some food. Well, you're having some food.
Good. You're coming.
I'm gonna have a pizza later, but I have some Coca-Cola to refresh, and it's really nice, so all good. Okay, this is a massive pizza. I was not expecting it to be that big. Coliseum Day. Actually have a guide for this one, so we'll see how that goes. It is roasting. Girls wearing shorts. Are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, it's very good.
Came to the forum, I think.
Yeah, the Roman Forum.
Oh, we also had a very amusing guide rivalry.
Interaction going on.
I think it's like an ongoing thing.
I don't know, she just looked like an absolute bitch. I'm pretty sure she said the N-word. Something along those lines.
Back in the hotel. I'm very tired. Logan apparently is fine. I'm wearing a little outfit. We're gonna go somewhere to eat, but like really nearby, because I haven't actually ate anything properly. I had a little snack in the morning and that was about it, and now it's like 6 or 7 o'clock. But we just came back from the Colosseum thing, mainly because my gut is not great, and definitely not the best part of touristing about if you're, you know, looking for a bathroom or just feel nauseated. So how about no? Have I actually shown you the view, like the room and everything is really shit. But the view is quite nice. I think I have maybe shown you, I don't know, can't remember, but there it is. Excited? Hello, it is our last day here, actually.
Thursday, my dudes.
Look at what he's wearing.
Don't be a hater.
I am a hater. You're doing it for the meme.
I'm doing it to like it.
Because you like memes. But yeah, it's the last day. We are going to something called Trevi something, right? Something with a T. What's that?
Trastevere.
Wearing a skirt again with a different top now. But I just came unprepared for the weather. We're taking our like books with us, so maybe we'll chill somewhere. It's gonna be 21, I wish, 31 degrees. So I guess I die. Are you doing something? Why?
That's how hot it's gonna be.
Yeah. It's our last day, so I'll be sad that the holiday is over, but I'm not gonna lie, I wanna go home for the temperature change. But Rome is beautiful, and I wanna come back when it's actually like bearable for me, and hopefully when my anxiety is like better. But this does make me want to go and travel some cities and stuff. What about you, Logan? Maybe we can try and do that? Yeah. I think it would be. I just need to, but obviously we just did this like for my birthday and semi-spontaneously, because we only really planned this a month ago, right? So I think we did okay. Just need to be a bit more careful with the temperatures next time. But anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, what did we watch yesterday, Logan? Very on theme.
Gladiator.
We watched The Gladiator. Or how I say it, Gladiator.
Gladiator.
And then Logan gets really annoyed at me.
Don't get really annoyed. It's the opposite.
Stopped a little bit to chill before continuing, because like it's sunny and I need a shade. Hello, we have come to what apparently is the Botanical Gardens. We were just wanting something green to lay on, but I had to pay like 8 euros each and stuff, but yeah. And there's parrots everywhere and it's really cool.
A parky.
Yeah, I'm like dying. Poor Logan has to suffer with me, well, suffer me.
As always.
Well, we sat down in the
park. Logan's been reading The Last Wish, which is the book that the Witcher games were made from. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's a good book.
You're almost done with that, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much. It's not that long, it's only about 280 pages, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We both liked the games. I only played the third one though. I think you have played all of them now.
I haven't actually played the third, I've only played the first and about...
I haven't played the third.
I played about 2 hours the second one. But no, I haven't played the third one.
Interesting.
Played a lot
But
of
you
Gwent,
watched
though.
me play, I think.
Yeah.
But I have actually started on my Kindle reading Torch Against the Night. I only read the first chapter just now. I think we're gonna move soon. We came to eat for the last time. I got a margarita, but Logan got a pizza that I was also tempted by. And it's supposed to be basically like Frankfurter and potatoes, so I am very excited. Also, Jade, if you're watching, yes, we also got a potato pizza again. I got a potato pizza in Mama's Pizza in Grass Market before. It was an absolute disaster, but they were like uncooked. But like, I think this is gonna be better, and I'm very excited to swap a slice with you. I am jealous. I'm gonna do half and half maybe. I have, what the hell? I filmed some videos, or uploaded a video, so that is really nice. I finally washed my hair, which feels amazing, but I thought I'll sit down and talk a lot about a few things before. Never mind, my food is here. We ordered a curry. Where was I? Very shortly explaining why the first kind of day was really bad. So as you guys know, my anxiety has been like particularly bad, and I'm also on new medication with a lot of side effects and stuff like that. Well, not a lot, but I think one of them is kind of triggering because I have been finding it a bit hard to breathe. Not hard to breathe, but hard to get a satisfying breath of air sometimes. So I would feel like I'm slightly suffocating, but not actually suffocating. Like breathing wise, it's easy to take a breath, but it feels like it didn't do what it was meant to do. It's not constant, it comes and goes, but it's definitely a new one. I was trying to sort of fall asleep on the plane there, and I got a quite bad like episode of that, like not being able to breathe, and then I thought like, oh my god, I'm suffocating, and then obviously that just automatically led into some sort of like an anxious response, and the anxious response led to not like a full-blown panic attack, but a panic. So I went to the bathroom and then sat back down and was like, okay, this is fine, but whatever. I was doing like all of the breathing exercises and stuff, literally shaking for the last 15 minutes of the flight. It felt like an eternity. I hated it, every second of it. Then I was also a little bit worried about the hot weather, because it was a very hot period there in Italy, and hot weather has always increased my anxiety in the past, so I was a bit worried about that. But because the flight was so early, I also didn't really have a lot of sleeps, and that also adds to anxiety. So overall it was just like a setup. But I want to talk about this like just briefly, because as always, bring awareness, whatever. I got off the plane and everything, and we were standing in the queue, and I was just feeling so awful because I was feeling so much guilt for thinking that I've ruined the trip already. We haven't even landed, and I've been like such a liability and all sorts of awkward in the plane. And I could see like Logan is always like super nice and saying, you know, it's not your fault, blah blah, but I can see, and he doesn't like lie to me, that it doesn't stress him out. Like I can see that he was also like distressed about it. So I was like, well great, like I'm already ruining it. Because of the hot weather, I kept thinking, I felt even more like I cannot breathe properly. And then we finally got into the hotel bed, and we tried to take a nap, and I actually did nap for like an hour or something, but I woke up from like a fever dream. I don't even remember what it was, but I get those sometimes, and I just woke up and I had like a panic attack. Again, started shaking, and then I was just convinced that there's something wrong with my body and just how it works. Inability to sleep and not being able to get out of that funk in your brain is extremely debilitating, and it was a very, very hard day. I went from 0 to 100 on the depression scale there. It was terrible. It was terrible. I was just extremely not having it, but I was trying my hardest to overcome it. It was a very hard day, to be honest. It was the lowest lows I had in a while, just because it legitimately went from like 0 to 100 really quickly, and I just felt all the feelings, and it was entirely overwhelming. And I was obviously in a place that I was not familiar, and it was so hot. It's just a lot of things that yeah, and I was just feeling so guilty, and just, you know, being like, what the hell is the point? But obviously that was not me thinking properly. And then I would still have those moments of like not being able to breathe properly and stuff. And I think especially, and usually it would be fine if I had a control over, like, you know, because I found that walking helped. We were in situations where it would be like really packed with a lot of people, and you didn't really have a choice to walk that much. For example, the Vatican, like, you would just herd it, and like people are like sardines, and there's nowhere to go even if you wanted to, unless you like elbow people. And we went on a tour in Colosseum, that like the Colosseum part, I was not feeling great, and Logan always knows, because like I try to hide it, but I can't talk. Like when I get in that place, like I'm very much like silent, just focusing on my own like survival. So I just go in like a lockdown, and I focus on like getting that out of the system. I wouldn't be able to get out in certain hours of the day, or I wouldn't be handling the heat that well. Logan has been great as always. I wanted to mention these bits so it's not like just yet another video, and I'm not saying that other videos that are just like all happy that they weren't, but I want to like bring in some of these points. No, actually I slept pretty okay, to be fair. I didn't have any sort of night episodes or anything like that. I would just wake up super anxious, which I haven't had in years since university. I haven't had that. And I also constantly low-key was terrified of the flight back, which thankfully was okay. I was doing some breathing exercising throughout it just to prevent. I was definitely having to be quite like cautious, and there were parts of the trip that were not as nice as it could have been. I still really tried my best to just like defy it, because I needed to. And Rome is absolutely gorgeous, as you guys have seen, so it's definitely not all bad, but I also want to bring awareness to these kind of bits, because I don't want it to like be glorified in the videos. It's kind of late now, so that's why I'm speaking like that. I don't know why, but my battery slashing, I have just finished the book, but I will update you tomorrow. I don't have the energy today, but I wanted to pop in, explain these bits. I'm sure I could have gone into way more detail, but I think you get it, you get the gist. Anxiety has been really bad, and I made a little decision of steps that I need to take, I think, about it. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more thought, but I think I will, because it's to the point where I think it's taking over a bit more than I'm comfortable with letting it, which is weird, because it's just weird. It just went so out balance. I don't know what prompted it really. I think it's probably a lot of things, but sometimes I think that this gets delayed by half a year, because that would explain it. I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm gonna speak with you guys tomorrow 4:30 on a Sunday. I woke up with a bit of a headache, unfortunately. I took some painkillers that I'm supposed to take, because it's like the one that I recognize would go into a migraine, so hopefully it's gonna stop. But also I'm feeling a bit ill, but like not majorly or anything, but just like a slight cold. But we decided to go on a walk, and Logan also got the Wizards Unite, and it was actually quite funny, because we just stepped out of the flat, and there was like this couple of my parents' age, maybe a bit older, and they're like, "Are you Harry Pottering?" And I was like, like, yeah. And they're like, oh, we just placed like the eye thing on the pub here, so you might get something. And we're like, it's like, oh great. But that was so sweet. It was just such a sweet moment. Anyway, I am currently level 9, but like just about to, oh wait, there's 2 things. I'm gonna do them quickly with you. Mountain troll to rescue. Buddy, Zeus has been so bloody vocal after we came back. Oh, I ran away. I'm gonna actually show you my code, and I'm not shared it anywhere else, so I know if you send me a friend request that you came from the video. This is the code. If you want to add me, please do. I think there's a limit of 200, so I don't know what happens when that's reached. But yeah, add me if, oh, that reappeared. Add me if you wanna, and if you reach the end of the vlog. I got the rampant to rescue. But yeah, I'm just here to basically like finish the vlog. Thinking of doing like a triple unboxing today, but honestly I don't really feel like it because I feel a bit... Okay, so the only thing I want to talk about is the book, because I didn't get a chance to speak with you about that. So this has been like everywhere, and honestly, like, it's good, don't get me wrong. Like, I really enjoyed it, especially at the beginning. I was really drawn in. I cared about the characters. I wanted to know more, and it was hard to put down, especially when I was in Italy, and I wanted to keep reading. Or the last 50 pages were like... It was hard to sort of not skim through. I sort of get the hype, but I sort of don't to the extent, because I think a lot of people... Like, I haven't run this through Copile yet, but I'm predicting 4 stars, so it's definitely not bad, because I'm strict with my 5s. This definitely didn't reach that peak of 5. So basically, I think I said this is about 2 young men. I think they're like 23 or something, which I think the language and everything was mainly appropriate for that, as in like it felt real, but still slightly cringy at times, but definitely not the worst I've read, for sure. And this is definitely more of there's definitely like sexy times and explicit things and a lot of cursing, which I personally really appreciated, so I enjoyed that, but there was some cringy bits for sure. I obviously really appreciated the complexities of these 2 guys falling in love while they are in the positions of, one is a prince, not first in line, but still like a prince of Britain, and another guy is a first son of a president of the United States, a female president. I really enjoyed the family aspects from both sides. I think that's something that a lot of people say. Obviously, the complexity of them being in such position, especially for Henry, which is the British one, because British royals are very conservative. I don't know if you knew, but they are. My personal opinion about like the fact that there's still royalty here, even if it is mostly symbolic and just traditional, is, I have an opinion, but yeah, I enjoyed the humor in this. I'm just starting with like the good parts. I enjoyed the humor. I enjoyed the love story, to be honest, for the most part. I think for the first 3 quarters, I really enjoyed it, especially for the first half. I think I enjoyed the intrigue and stuff, everything, like teasing bits. I enjoyed this very unique perspective of these people in these particular positions that they hold. This is technically set in 2020, I think, so it's still at the stage like we are today. Like, it is acceptable, but there's still things that are frowned upon for anything other than traditional pairing and stuff like that, especially in power. I really appreciate the difference between the American family side and the British one being much harsher than the American one, because they're like Democrats, I think the party was. There was a lot of political aspects, not a lot, I feel like people say that, but I actually don't think it's that much, but there was definitely hints of political stuff, which I really enjoyed quite a bit. So overall, it was a fun experience. I think what was lacking was a little bit more development for secondary characters. Now, don't get me wrong, there was enough for me to know who is who. I definitely did not confuse them. I knew exactly who is who and what their backstory sort of is, and I understand the story is not about them, but I just saw so many potential bits especially for Bea. And June and Nora could have had a lot of things as well, but I especially think for Beatrice that could have gone so much better. I feel like there was so much potential, unless obviously they're planning to release a separate book about it, which I suppose is the thing now. But I just felt in this one I wish we explored that a bit more. We touched up on grief, but I also wish there was more about that, maybe a little bit thrown in about the hints of depression, but it could have just been grief. But like, I wish there was a bit more of that. Another thing is that I think this book had really no reason to be 418 pages. I'm just being honest. Like, as much as I enjoyed the majority of it, like 300 pages for sure I enjoyed so much, but then like at that point especially, it's so weird because you think like a lot of things happen at the end, which they do a little bit, but at that point it was so repetitive that I was like, yeah, I kind of seen this before. Like, I feel like there's no like pull or there's no beat to this anymore. There's no pacing. It just sort of goes back and forth over a little bit, like same after same. And I think it was, if this was just 100 pages shorter, it might have offset all of the other, all of the other little bits that I mentioned, and it would have been much better. Maybe faster readers wouldn't have noticed that, but someone who actually spends quite a lot of time on one page, I definitely noticed that quite a bit when books just should have been possibly a little bit shorter, just because things get quite repetitive or are there just for the sake of sort of being there. It's just because I feel like a lot of bits did not really add to anything. I don't always want development in everything, but maybe there were just a bit too many scenes that were just there. I feel like I had a point that I'm forgetting to mention, but my brain's not really working properly today. But there were a lot of like pop references, which were fun, very millennial. I also found that there was a lot of representation, but I actually didn't really feel forced. Like, some of the things were a tiny bit checkboxy, but for the majority of it I think it was very well integrated. Queerness was a big part of this, the main part, so I don't think saying that it is part of the plot you can't hold that against it, because it's the whole thing here. It's the love story of this. I think sometimes the level of millennial stuff made it a tiny bit cringe. Maybe it's just a little bit hipstery, a tiny bit sometimes, but I definitely had a good time. I just think it was a bit too long and a bit filler at parts. I just saw so many things that could have been expanded just a tiny bit. I'm not saying to go into detail about all of these other characters, but just a smidge more, even just like a nod towards some bits, I would have loved, and I think it would have enhanced all of that filler material, and it would have been 5 stars possibly. But because that was kind of lacking, I just felt like I wanted a bit more out of it. I'm predicting for, I haven't actually put the scores in, but like usually I guess correctly. Still read it fairly quickly, but I was stuck on the plane, and I have only just started Torch Against, and I literally just 1 chapter, so I'm not even gonna chat about that. But I'm excited to continue on with that. However, I also really need to start Dread Nation, so that's gonna be starting next week, I believe, because it's just like super soon. I might like get an audiobook from Script. I think it's on Script. I need to check that it's available in UK on Script. I might listen and swap to a physical book on this one, unless it's like super good and I just like don't want to put it down, which fingers crossed, but I don't have that much time for it. 2 weeks, that's fine, we'll do it. But yeah, I think that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you made that far into the vlog, leave a little sun emoji in the comments. I feel like sometimes I'm just really interested to see how many people actually watch till the end, which is fine if you don't, by the way. Thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!